Hello everyone. Today I'm going to demonstrate how we can create our first Lightning Web Component, because Lightning Web Component is the future and we as Salesforce developer need to be future ready. So every Salesforce developer now onwards need to know how to develop Lightning Web Component. This is the first web component. Again, going forward, I will create more and more web component and demonstrate to you how we can leverage Lightning Web Component in a effective manners. So to start our first Lightning Web Component development, I have taken some code snippet so that I can save some of the time while developing the first Lightning Web Component. Let's start. First, open the Visual Studio. If you don't know how to connect your Visual Studio and authorize an org, I have a video, complete video on VS Code connecting to developer org, connecting to sandbox, available in my channel. Please go through that. So assume that I have already connected to my developer org and the project is ready now. What I'm supposed to do is I have to expand this force app, main and default. Inside that you will see a LWC folder. Right click on the LWC folder. Then here is the command, create Lightning Web Component. Click on that. Give a name to your Lightning Web Component. Let's say for example I am giving my first LWC. Then press enter. Again, just select the directory where you wanted to store it. In our case it is default LWC folder. Select that. You see there is a command already running, and if your org is properly connected you will see a message, Lightning Web Component created successfully. If you don't know how to connect and all, I would suggest please go through my video which is available in this channel, how to set up your VS Code for developer org and sandbox. So please close these pop-ups. You can see here in LWC folder, one more folder get created, my first LWC. This is what I am trying to create. In this LWC there is a test. This is generally used for unit testing. We are not going to explore on that today. We will explore on the HTML file, JavaScript file and the metadata file, and one more file we may probably create, which is a CSS file. Okay, first thing for a web component to do is in the metadata file, meta.xml. Just open that. By default, all the Lightning component or Lightning Web Component created are in is not exposed. That means the is exposed is false. Just change it to true. Okay, and we need to set a target where we wanted to deploy our Lightning Web Component. Is it on the home page, or it is in a record detail page, or somewhere else in the app builder or somewhere else? So to do that we have to set a target. So I have already some code snippet. I will copy paste that. I'll put here target. Okay, so inside that just little bit arrangement, align it properly. So what I'm trying to do here is I am saying that I wanted to make this component available in the first thing is the record page. I can use this component in a record page, or I can use this component in home page. So two targets I am setting here. We can get into targets granular details in coming sessions. For today, just know that first is exposed need to be true. Then where you wanted to set, you can also remove. If you, let's say you wanted to available this component only on home page, remove the record page. Okay, then save this. This is saved. Second thing, we have to go to the HTML page. HTML page is basically your UI, what you wanted to display in your UI. What I wanted to display in my UI is two input box, first name, last name, and those two input box I will enter some value and I will display that value in my UI. Okay, this is my first example, so I wanted to make it very simple. So what I do now, I would go here, copy these two lightning input elements. One is first name, another is second last name. Okay, so let's move it a little bit. Okay, first name, enter the first name, this will display the label on change event. Similarly, one more. Okay, which I'll say last name. If you wanted to arrange it little bit more, just arrange it so that you can better visualize it. Okay, similarly here, you can use any plugins or something, okay, to make the proper arrangement. And whatever I'll enter, what I want is, I wanted to display it in a h1 tag. Header, my name. Okay, then I'll add a variable here. How I'll add a variable? This first name and last name I can combine and display, right? So I can do like this: first name, this is a dynamic one, right? Space, or if you wanted to use, you can use NB SP, then colon, that will create a new space, then last name. Okay, whatever the first name and last name I will enter, I wanted to display that in a h1 tag. I will complete this tag plus h1. Okay, so this is my closing tag basically. And if you wanted to put a line break, let's say in between these two input field, put a line break. Okay, this is what for today in the HTML part, not making much complex thing here. Okay, now moving to JavaScript. Here you see we have it's in LWC the JavaScript is not normal modular JavaScript. It is ECMAScript 6 onwards. That means here you will see like a kind of object-oriented concept. You will see all the class name. You can extend the class. You can declare attribute inside class and all those things. So anyone who is more aware about the object-oriented concept, they can better understand. And import and all those things are like very similar to you can say Java modules and all. Whenever you wanted to reuse one module, you can import it. Okay, by default element, okay, is import, because we wanted to extend it. Every lightning web component will extend a lightning element. Okay, now you have seen here in the HTML part we have two import elements, first name and last name. We wanted to capture this first name and last name from the input fields, right? So what we'll do, we'll create two attributes here, first name, last name. Why I am not saying it is string or integer or any other data type, because JavaScript is a untyped language. You don't need to specify the type. Then you see here we are saying on change this function will call. Okay, so when you change the first name will call. When you change the last name will call, right? So I have to create two methods here. One is first name event, you can see. Another is last name. Same thing, from copy from the last name. Okay, first name. Okay, either you can pass event, or for now you can leave it, because we don't want it event to be used, so we can ignore it also. Okay, for now, but I'll show you how we can leverage that event parameter. Okay, now what we'll do is first name last name we have done. So even okay, so whatever will enter, so on change there is an event automatically fired by JavaScript. This is a framework, JavaScript framework. Ultimately it will fire, so that will be captured by the event. Here also same thing, event. Okay, what we'll do, as this is a class and these are the attribute of the class, we can use this. Those who are aware about object oriented, they know what is the use of this. This means the context object. This dot first name is equal to event dot let me see, event dot target dot value, I hope. Okay, event dot target dot value. Okay, similarly last name we will call, we can do like this dot last name equal to event dot target dot value. Okay, save it. For now our last name and first name is getting stored and we will use. So some of you may ask that why we are not using track decorator and all. So those decorator, track, API, or decorator I am going to discuss in coming sessions, not for today. Okay, so we have done the metadata configuration target. We have done the first LWC component HTML file. We have done the first LWC component JavaScript file as well. Okay, so today we are not making much complex things. Anywhere you right click, either any of the file, because they belong to the same folder. Okay, any of the file you just right click and say deploy to work. Deploy this to org, because this org is already connected. Let's see if any error will come. We'll see. You see deployed successfully, right? Now we will open this home into a new tab. First we will test it in home, because we have set a target. We can use it on the home page or in a record page. So we will try to demonstrate it on home page. Okay, so I can go to this icon here, click on edit page. It may take some time. Now you see these are the first, you will see standard components and you have custom components. Are you able to see here? My first LWC component is present. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll drag it and drop it at the top. Okay, then save it. It may ask you for activation. If it will ask for activation, you click on this activation button. Okay, so activate it. Okay, so once it is activated, then save it and click on. If you click on activation and this kind of screen open, then simply click on this org default. Okay, by default it will come like this thing. Okay, save it, then click on back. Okay, you see my component is here, but it is not clearly visible. That is because the background color is default background color of Salesforce. We wanted to make a little bit style sheet. How we can do the style sheet? Please come back to the VS Code. Here, just do like this thing. Rename this folder, copy it. Okay. Then again click on this folder, and here you click a new file. The file name would be the same as the folder name plus CSS. Okay, so you can see the file name is same, my first LWC, my first LWC. Only thing, the extensions are different. Okay, in this I'll do one thing. I'll do a div tag. For div, I'll say background color. I know I can do white. Okay, that's all. So save it. Now come back to our HTML file. Whatever we have, wrap it inside a div. These are HTML tags. If you don't know HTML, please go through that. Okay, save it. As all the files are in the same folder, you can right click any of the file and deploy it to server. So deploy this source to work. It will take a little bit of time. It's trying to deploy. Yes, deployment successful. Go back, refresh the page. I think this time, yeah, it's better looking. You can do the alignment, more alignment the way you want. Okay, so it's kind of just the CSS. So let's try to see whatever we did, is it working or not. I am trying here. When I'm typing, you see here it is getting added here because of the reactive nature of the LWC attributes. If I'm entering Kumar, it is typing here. Okay, so I'm going Pardi, it is again coming here. Okay, congratulations, you have created your first LWC component. This is for today. Maybe tomorrow I will try to put another video with the same LWC component with another topic. Okay, we'll make this as a series one by one. So for today, try to digest this much only. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day.